Hey guys, it's Ebony and Emerald here.
Hello.
We are from On The Waugh Path. We've been traveling around Australia for ages now, road schooling for about 2 years.
Yep.
You can follow us on Facebook, Insta and YouTube. We get heaps of questions about road schooling, how it works, is it homeschooling, is it distance ed, what's the difference? We've done a video on that, but this video here is just some basic tips that might help you if you do road schooling.
Hope it helps.
Cheers. Have a talk about it leading up to doing the trip and get your kids excited about like, oh my gosh, you don't have to go to school anymore. Like by the first day we were off, they're like, oh my gosh, if we're going to get to do this road schooling, that's awesome. You want me to sit down for 2 hours? I'll do it because I don't have to be at school for 7 hours or 8 hours or however long to
6 hours.
Finally. Yeah, but sometimes you have to go to after school care and before school care. So, you know, just talk about it leading up.
So we like to try and do it in the car. So when we get to another place, we can just do it and explore. And, you know, it saves time because in the car, you're pretty much going to be staring out the window or something like that. So, you know, it's a good use of time doing schoolwork. Sometimes Mum can sit in the back with us or Dad and do some schoolwork with us because with Ace is a little bit like he needs them to like explain it, whether with me I'm more independent with doing it.
Get the kids buy-in on when you're going to do the schoolwork and what you're going to do, so what the plan's going to be. We talked about this at the start of the trip. We're like, okay, so when does it make sense for us to be doing the schooling during the day? We obviously pointed out all of the reasons why the start of the day was best. But the other reason why we do schooling first thing is because, well, there's a few. One is that they're fresh, that we're all in a happier mood. We all have more patience with each other. So if the kids are playing up, we have more patience and we don't crack it. Like, get your schoolwork done. And then they also have incentive to then do other things. It's like we get this done and then we can go and enjoy the day and we don't have to think about doing schoolwork later on. One of the big reasons why people often choose homeschooling is because you can tailor the curriculum to the interests of the kids. Some kids, when they've just got this abstract maths, it doesn't interest them, they're not engaged and they're not actually going to do it. With homeschooling, you can tailor it to their interests. So you can do that with homeschooling. You can also do that with distance ed. So let's say we've got a module for Ace. He absolutely loves sport. So for maths, instead of us just looking at, okay, we do 5 + 5 = 10, we might go out and go, okay, we're going to do 5 passes with the ball, and then say, okay, if you did another 5 passes, how many passes do we have in total? So think about what your kids' interests are and then try and tailor to the work to that, both with homeschooling and distance ed. Give breaks, so don't expect them to just sit there and go for 2 hours. We find, especially with Ace, it's good for him if we start seeing him getting fidgety and whatever, rather than us just get angry and him get angry back. It's like, okay, get outside, go for a run, get on your bike, do a lap of the caravan park, come back, and then we'll get onto it again.
So we normally have different spots of where we do it because Ace is doing schoolwork and I'm doing schoolwork as well. So normally I go with Mum and Ace goes with Dad. Me and Mum prefer to go inside. Well, I prefer to go inside because it's not distracting out there, whether Ace is fine with doing it out there. And sometimes if it's like a really easy thing that they've given me, I do it at the beach.
I'm obviously not a teacher, but I've found that sometimes if I just get silly with it, then we both have a laugh and it makes it a lot easier. So for example, the other day we were talking about when you're adding up 2 numbers, you know, you've got a number, you're adding, and then you bring them down to the bottom. And it was like, you know, let's say you've got 9 and 2 as your ones, and it's like 9 and 2, they become 11. And they're like, well, there's a 10 here now. And a 1. Well, 10, you're not allowed in the ones column. Be off with you. See you later. We're having a party here and you're not invited. Go join your new friends over in the 10s column. If you're doing distance ed and you think some of the stuff that's sent to you to do is just fluff and it's not adding value, then just tell the school that. There are a bunch of times where we've spoken to the school and said, we actually don't think that this unit is adding any value, and they've given us an exemption. So don't feel like we have to do everything that they've sent us.
I personally love the fact that we burn our schoolwork on the fire. It's like the best feeling in the world.
Yeah. How cool would that have been to do that as a kid, hey guys? And that just makes it a little bit of fun, and it also means they're looking forward to getting it finished so that they can burn it.
Yeah.
If you are getting stressed, to just walk away.
Yeah.
So there were times, especially when we started doing it, many times when we started doing it with us, that Em would be, you know, if she didn't understand something or she was getting frustrated, rather than me just, you know, being a good adult and saying, look, let's put that away for the moment and we'll come back to it, I would push the point. And then I would just get more stressed. Em would get stressed and obviously escalate. And then we would end up having a fight.
Yeah.
So I think if you feel things getting heated, and it's so hard to do, like, trust me, we've had so many fights, especially at the start. Yeah. We've had to learn that when we feel we're getting heated, to just be like, oh, let's just go have a break and we'll come back to it.
Yeah.
I enjoy having the deadlines with the schooling because I think it's great to teach the kids about deadlines, because in life there's deadlines. No matter what job you end up getting into, there's going to be deadlines. So I think that's really important. So we've talked about being in front of your deadlines. So we try and get the schoolwork finished before it's due, and then we're like, oh, how good is this? How good does this feel? That we don't have this stress of, oh, we're late with it, or, oh no, we have to get it done by the end of today. So I think that's a really good learning about normal life from just doing the schoolwork. While we do try and get our deadlines and stuff, don't get too stressed if you can't do it. Yeah. So again, talk to the school. If you're like, this is too much work, then don't make it a nightmare. Like, you go on one of these kind of trips because you want to enjoy the trip. We've heard of heaps of people who have just gone, it's not working. And they've gone back to the school and they've changed, they've unenrolled from distance ed, or and they've gone the homeschooling path, or they've started the homeschooling and they're like, oh, can't do this, and then they've enrolled in the distance ed. Yeah. So don't let it ruin your whole experience. So if that helped, then I would suggest subscribing to our channel, because we often do these videos on things that help you planning. And if you want to follow our travels as well, then we do the videos on that too. So please subscribe, like, comment with any questions. Hope it helped. That's it. Cheers.
Bye. Bye.